Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Uh, Good to see you again. Last year I did the unboxing of Surface Duo 1, so I am back with Surface Duo 2 now. Just arrived from US to Singapore. I'm just holding back the unboxing for the Surface Duo 2 now. Before we go into the unboxing of Surface Duo 2, let me just show you the Surface Duo 1 and walk you through what are the features which we were expecting on Surface Duo 2, and let's see what Microsoft has addressed some of the things which we are expecting in the Surface Duo 1. If you can see here, this is Surface Duo 1. It comes only with one color, which is the glacier color, and this is the thinnest of all. You can see the dual display with thin display, which you can see here. Surface Duo 1, you can see the charging port was on the left side of it, and some of the people were experiencing some crack on the USB port. So hopefully in Surface Duo 2 it might have been addressed. And the second thing which most of the people were expecting on Surface Duo 2 version is that better camera. So for Surface Duo 1, you could see there is only one camera on the front. It's a front facing camera, so if you really want to take a picture, then you should swipe all the way through here and take a picture. So it's just one camera which you can see here. And apart from that, the bezels and the screen, that has been enlarged in Surface Duo 2. Surface Duo 1, you could see a large bezel on the top, so it has been addressed as well. And another more key feature which I was looking for is that when you close the Surface Duo 1, if you receive a call or a notification, you don't have a visibility on what is happening inside. So to address that, Microsoft on Surface Duo 2, the screen inside has been curved, and you would see a display on the hinges as well. So those are the things which there is an improvement with Surface Duo 2. But apart from that, there has been a hardware refresh for Surface Duo as well. If you can see here, Surface Duo 2 supports now the 5G. When Surface Duo 1 was released, most people were expecting to have a 5G along with the device with the hardware. But unfortunately, when Surface Duo 1 was releasing, it was on the 1 year or 2 year old model of the processor. But for Surface Duo 2, the hardware is now the latest hardware, which is Snapdragon 888, which is one of the fastest one in the market now available. And 5G, of course, with 5G, and now it supports NFC as well, I guess. So Surface Duo 1 doesn't support NFC. So these are the hardware upgrade which Microsoft has brought in. The other major refresh from the hardware perspective is that the camera. You could see different kind of camera bump in the Surface Duo 2. I have not experienced it. I have seen so many of the videos outside. I have seen so many reviews from the people on the camera bump, but I am yet to touch that. So I'm eagerly waiting for that to see how much of the camera bump you can see on Surface Duo 2. The other feature which I really like about Surface Duo 1 is that I've been using the Surface Duo for almost 1 year now. It's a great device, and it's especially for the multitasking people. I mean, you should think of like a two screen rather than just one big screen. The good thing about is that I can rotate almost 360 degree. So if you see here, there is no gap. There is no gap between the screens when you almost do the turn over it. But for Surface Duo 2, probably the camera bump might be there. So hopefully it will not be that much. So without waiting for it, so probably we'll just go for the unboxing. Start unboxing the Surface Duo 2 and see what's inside. Hopefully I will be excited to see all the features. I'm just opening it. Can't open the box. excited. Okay, so if you are unboxing it, you would see the Surface Duo 2 in a nice box. Below it, you would see, let me check what are inside. So as usual, like in the Surface Duo 1, you would see SIM card slot and the SIM card pin, and underneath you would see USB Type-C. Surprisingly, Microsoft didn't provide the charge base, so probably you'll have to buy the charge base for your Surface Duo 2. But I have a charge base for Surface Duo 1, so hopefully it would work for the same Surface Duo 2. And yeah, I'm very excited to see. I could see that the camera bump is not that pretty bad. It looks okay. And I'm going to open it. You can see pretty much it is good. Whoa. So the first feeling when I have it, it feels like wow. Just a slight heavier, but feel so confident when you hold this. And all the curves are been kind of curved. Here I could see the edges are a bit curvy, or I mean, here it is kind of curvy and smooth. I could feel the edges here in my hand. Weight wise, I don't see much difference. Probably it is like just the feeling that it is feeling like heavy. But the quality of the software, quality of the hardware is really good. And the camera bump, it feels premium. The camera bump is really feels premium. I think Microsoft has addressed excellent with the hardware on the camera. I don't see like it would be a major form factor for me. And you can see that the Type-C port, it is now at the center of the Surface Duo, not at the left side or the right. It is at the center. And also, if you see a difference here, there is a reinforcement which happens here in the hinge, so that the Type-C port, it has been reinforced from the Surface Duo 1 to Surface Duo 2. You can see here, it is reinforced heavily. So hopefully the Type-C port cracking is being addressed. Camera has been addressed, good. And the form factor is really good. I can feel it's a premium, and I can feel pretty confident on the holding of the Surface Duo 2. Next thing about the bezels, I am not booting it up now because it would take some time to set it up. So probably the bezels, when I can see, I don't know whether you can see here, the bezels, there is a slight increase in the screen size, so probably the bezel size also been addressed, good. And you can see the screen has been a slight curve inside in, so that there is the gap between the screen, it is really thin. So if I can compare with Surface Duo 1, let me open the Surface Duo 1. The gap between them is really long, it is wide. But when I check in the Surface Duo 2, it is really thin because of the curve. So I think when I close in, then I can see between the gap, I can see some of the screen. I'm not booting it up now, so maybe I'll do another video booting it up, setting it up for the first time, and I can show you what are the notifications you can see here. But for now, I can see just a curved screen coming out of it from the hinges. The hinges has been reinforced as well. I could feel that from Surface Duo 1 and Surface Duo 2, the hinge is like still more stiffer and feels more stronger to hold in. And the color is really nice. The Surface Duo 1 glacier is good, but when you start seeing this black color or the obsidian, I don't know, they call it as some obsidian color, so it looks much more premium, really good. it feels really good. And you can see here for the Surface Duo 2, there is no fingerprint sensor extra. So this is Surface Duo 1 and Surface Duo 2. You could see that in Surface Duo 1, there is a fingerprint sensor, but for the Surface Duo 2, the power button is the fingerprint sensor. So that is the norm for all the Surface products now. Yeah, and you can see the glass. It's like Microsoft has really thought about it. I mean, when you slide in Surface Duo 2 in your pocket, it goes smoother. That's why it is like being curved, and then it is ultimately smoother. And I could not buy the magnetic case because it is still it's still on the store, coming soon. So probably once it is coming in, I might buy the magnetic case. If you buy a magnetic case for the Surface Duo 2, you can stock in the magnetic pen, which is the new Surface pen. You can dock it along. And when I move this to 360-degree, there is a slight gap. Oops, wow, I like it. So when you move it to 360-degree, there is a snap sound. Why? Because there is a magnet which holds the screen to the camera. So if you want to hear it, there is a tap sound. Okay, see, it's nice, and it is a magnetic one, so it holds your surface when you. Wow, I like it. And there is a gap, slight gap, but I'm not bothered about the gap. It's nice, it is good. Yeah. So compared to this Surface Duo 1, let me do the same. So this is the gap you would see here. This is the gap you can see from the Surface Duo 1 and the Surface Duo 2. And it is really, really good. It feels so premium. Wow. Okay. Camera, I'm yet to play around. So again, when you're using Surface Duo 2, so the camera wise, if you see here, when you're using Surface Duo 2, Surface Duo 1, to take a picture, you really have to move all the way to 360-degree to take a picture of someone. If you want to take a selfie, then obviously you can just open it up, or you can just close this one and then take a selfie here. But there is a change from Surface Duo 2, from 1 to Surface Duo 2. Surface Duo 2, if you really want to take a picture, you have to be in the book mode, no other choice, because the camera is at the back. So when you want to take a picture, so obviously you'll have to take a picture here, so you'll have to use the book mode. So this would become, I would get accustomed to it, so not a problem. And obviously there is a front camera as well. And the speaker wise, there is an improvement on the speaker. So there would be a speaker on each display, and I am yet to test that on the speaker as well. So far I feel a bit more premium, and hardware wise it is pretty much a damn device. I can use it. Okay, so probably I would add another video on booting up and then walking you through the hardware or the software which comes along with it, and play around the software, and do a review on the camera as well, the most expected one, and also try to play with the screen and the notification area, which is much improved on that. So that's all for me to see on the Surface Duo 2. Hope you have enjoyed my video. So hope it is useful for you as well. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.